Hi there, let's take a look at uranium chart. To see where the price goes next, we'll cover the weekly market structure, check out the short-term trend so we can assess the risk of next price move. From a big picture perspective, uranium is still in the markup trend of the market cycle, even though the short-term trend has gone falling for a bit since January this year. All right, currently it is staying along the midpoint of the rising channel. Remember, these are education content only, not financial advice. So we see a couple of these key levels over here. What's important right now, or where the key support is in terms of the weekly chart, is actually right over there. So around $25.50. So why at that level? If we look at not the most recent, but we can tell why it bounced up from this point. It's a dual support, but we'll get back to that. You see this point, and then you see this point, as well as this, plus this, and this bunch, also here. So this, since November 2023, has given us indication 25.5 roughly is one of the key levels in the weekly time frame. And that's exactly the key support right now. And you can see over the past few weeks, the price has been bouncing on and off from over there. And that it has exited the short-term downtrend of this moment. However, if we zoom out, looking at the bigger picture, it's just bouncing within the white massive markup channel. Okay? So imagine you're playing an air hockey game. The puck bounces between the two edges of the table. In terms of trading, it also bounces from the center line sometimes. So look at what happened over here. Bounces at the center line, comes back to the bottom and bounces up again, hitting the light blue resistance, bounce back to the bottom, top, center line, top, keep on bouncing. And currently, it is just doing the same thing, keep testing the center line and rebounding from that point. That explains what's happening right now. And in terms of volume, you can see increased volume compared to the previous period, or even 2003 and 2005. So we are in a stage where a lot of massive rotation is happening in terms of liquidity. How about the short-term trend or the micro view? We just said it has exited this short-term downtrend that started right over there in January. Now, given it is traveling along this path, what's happening is that if we draw a short-term channel box that sits in this time frame only, remember, we have to adjust along the way because this is just a new trend that's been established for about 3 weeks. So we have these ceiling references and one, you can say, bottom references. We're still yet to see the next test to the support of the channel. So when this happens, whether it's today, tomorrow, we will be able to tell whether this is a short-term rising channel that's been developed, okay, after this leg of downwards movement. And yesterday's candle plus the volume tell us something. Look at the volume bar, much higher than average across the whole week. But it's not all good news, even though the closing price is high. Look at this wick from longer wick from the top. Quite a bit of selling when the price hits around 27.50. And if we draw a short-term trend line, it's not a key level. Okay, it's only useful in the daily time frame. Why do we draw this line? Because that helps explain why these few days all failed when the price hits that level. You see this rebound from over there, like this rebound. That was a brief breakout, but this whole period was being suppressed under the same yellow dash line. These guys find support. So in the short-term time frame, the daily time frame, this is a level that the bulls has to push through. And that's giving us an indicative date. Why we have these date tags over here? If you're new to my methodology, these are the 2C decision time points that I explained these tags. Whenever, in the case of a rising channel, whenever its support line crosses a level, in the case of a falling channel, whenever its resistance line or ceiling crosses a channel, then we have these wedges. When we have these wedges, there are only two possible outcomes. There's no third option for the bulls and bears. They either choose to break the resistance or they choose to break the support. In which case, I call the first one continuation, because breaking the resistance is equivalent to continuation of the short-term trend. That's why I call this the first C, continuation. The second C is change of trend, meaning changing from the current short-term uptrend, breaking the channel support, changing into potentially a sideways or even a downtrend. So it has happened multiple times since beginning of June. This downtrend to 2550, bounce back to close to 2750, come back down close to the same two lines. It kept doing this. You see how many rounds? Down, down, up, third round, fourth round, fifth round we are in. Okay, in this sideways range, in the short-term window. That changes from this downtrend. However, this may not be the end yet. So when I draw this channel, I decided to exclude this blow-off top that went outside of the bigger uptrend that started sometime here in April last year and finished in January this year. So if the volatility really encompasses this part, the current exit we are seeing may not be equivalent to exit of the true downtrend, but we have to observe. If it really bounces up for a while and then drops back to the 2550, then we have 2 points to line up the new ceiling that just been revealed. Because this channel can be a broader or wider one with a bigger price spread than I'm measuring right now. It still works. I can show you. If we take that high point and this low point, what has been happening is that the bounces has been along the center line of this channel of wider price spread. Okay, it still works, just that we need a little bit of confirmation before we do that. So let's leave a record over here. If it is really a trend with bigger price spread, it will be proven when this current leg really climbs to that level and bounces off from that ceiling. So I'll use another color, just to remember or record we have discussed about this in this session. So next session, when we come back, we can check this yellow box if it really climbs that fast. Okay, I don't think it is because that's September. That one is 16th of September. So there will be time for us to revisit this in case the price really breaks this 27.5 level. Well, let's check middle right 32. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's how interesting it is for uranium. Let me know in the comment whether you think it is going to break the 27.5 and head further north, or it is going to get rejected and comes back to retest the 25.50. Pretty much just sideways. That's been the trend since beginning of June. Also, remember to subscribe to see the next update. Thank you.